How to prepare for your first therapy session. A step-by-step guide. So, you've finally booked your first therapy session. That's a big deal. And if no one said it yet, well done. You've already taken one of the hardest steps. But now that the date's on the calendar, you might be wondering, what next? Do I need to prepare? What will I even say? Is it going to be awkward? Am I going to cry in front of a stranger? Let me say this up front. Those questions are completely normal. And no, you don't need to have it all figured out. But with just a little bit of thought before the session, you'll walk in feeling a whole lot more confident and ready. In the next couple of minutes, I'll walk you through a simple 3-step approach to help you prepare. Not just so you survive that first session, but so you get the most out of it. These steps are straightforward, thoughtful, and most of all, practical. Whether you're dealing with anxiety, burnout, family stress, or just feeling off, this is for you. And you won't need more than a quiet 10 minutes and maybe a notebook. Let me tell you about Anna. Anna is 41. She works part-time, raises 2 kids, and holds everything together for her family. From school lunches to work deadlines, she's the glue in everyone else's life. But lately, Anna's been feeling stretched too thin. She's exhausted, snappy with the kids, lying awake at night thinking about everything and nothing. She knows she needs support, and after a few Google searches and a chat with her GP, she books in with a local psychologist. That's a win. But now the nerves kick in. What will I say? What if I cry? What if it doesn't help? If that sounds like you or someone you love, this guide is here to help. Step 1 is to understand what you want to talk about. Before your session, take a few moments to think about why you booked it in the first place. You don't need a perfect summary. But even writing down a few points can help. Think about how you've been feeling. Have you been more tired than usual? Avoiding people? Getting snappy? Worrying non-stop? You don't need to use the right words. Just describe what's going on in your life in your language. Then, if you can, jot down what you'd like help with. It might be clear like, I want to manage anxiety, or broader like, I want to stop feeling like I'm failing at everything. You might even ask yourself the miracle question. If you woke up tomorrow and everything you're struggling with was fixed, what would be different? Would mornings feel calmer? Would you have more patience at work? Would you fall asleep easier? That gives your psychologist a picture of what better looks like for you. Step 2 is sorting the practical stuff. Think about your time, budget, and preferences. Therapy isn't a one-off. It's often weekly or fortnightly for a while. So make sure the cost is sustainable. If you're in Australia, speak to your GP about a mental health care plan. It can reduce the cost of several sessions. Also, pick a session time that works with your energy. If evenings are when you're burnt out, maybe try lunch breaks and make sure the kids are sorted so you're not rushing back to pick up. Now, let's talk about comfort. Do you prefer online or face-to-face sessions? Do you feel more at ease with a man or woman? Do you want someone from a certain background or culture? That's all valid. The relationship between you and your psychologist matters. It's okay to want someone you click with. Step 3 is about making contact intentionally. You've picked a psychologist. Great. Now what? Many offer a short, free phone consult, 10 to 15 minutes. It's a chance to ask questions and see if you feel comfortable. No phone consult listed? No problem. Send an email. Introduce yourself and ask if you can check in with a few questions. This isn't being fussy, it's being smart. Here are a few things worth asking. What are your fees, and do you offer a sliding scale? What does a typical session look like? Do you have experience helping people like me? What days and times are you available? If something doesn't feel right, it's okay to move on. You deserve someone who feels like a good fit. So now, the session day arrives. It's completely normal to still feel nervous. Your psychologist will likely explain confidentiality, how sessions work, and ask some basic questions to get started. They might ask, what brings you here today? How long has this been going on? What would you like to get out of therapy? You don't need to have perfect answers. You can cry, you can pause, you can say, I'm not sure yet. That first session is about building trust, not fixing everything. Your psychologist might even suggest a small goal or tool to try between sessions. It could be writing down anxious thoughts or a breathing technique. Nothing too heavy, just small steps. And when your first session ends, take a moment to acknowledge what you've done. You've taken a brave step and given yourself time to reflect, to speak, and to be heard. You might feel tired, emotional, hopeful, or even unsure, and all of that is okay. Later on, reflect on how the session went. Did you feel heard? Did the psychologist feel like someone you could open up to again? If yes, that's a great sign. If not, that's also okay. It might take a couple of tries to find the right fit. So if you've booked that first session, give yourself credit. That's a bold and important move. Now take a few quiet minutes to reflect. What do I want help with? What's been hard lately? What would I love to feel instead? Jot it down. Think about what kind of support you need. Make that phone call or send that email. Ask those questions. You don't need to be ready, you just need to be willing. Because therapy isn't about having the answers, it's about finding them together. And this first step? It's the start of feeling better, thinking clearer, and building a bit more peace in your day.